Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. I had just made a video on how to get over a man and I wanted to do it in two separate parts. So that was part one of my video and it was basically all about the man and how to get over him. But now I want to talk about how to get over the man in a sense of you pouring back into yourself. And this part is so important to get over a man because it makes you realize your worth and it makes you realize your power and it makes you realize yourself. It makes you see yourself again. And that is what we need to do when we are so stuck on someone. So, first things first, the most important thing is that you are pouring into yourself, that you are seeing yourself. And what I mean by this is that you are acknowledging your emotions that you're feeling and you are not dismissing them. You are not taking them for granted. You are actually listening to yourself. And along the lines of emotions, you are listening to your intuition because your intuition is so strong and it's actually connected to your feelings. So if you're feeling a certain way and your intuition is telling you, hey, this person is no good, or hey, this situation makes me feel not okay, you have to pay attention to that. That is so important. And there was this one time actually that I did not listen to my intuition getting into a relationship with someone. And from the start, my intuition was just telling me, no, this person is not right for you. There was no logical explanation. It was just a gut feeling that I had. And it was odd because he was doing all the right things for me. Like, he was perfect in the beginning. And my intuition was just saying, no, this will not work. It's not going to work for you. And I didn't listen. And I got into a relationship with him. And things were not good in the relationship. They started off good, but it was there were a lot of fights. And as you know, like, he ended up cheating. And I really do think it was because we were not aligned. But he was making me feel good. He was making me feel seen and appreciated because he was giving me gifts and all these things. But there was just something about him where my intuition was telling me, you are not aligned with this man. So I didn't listen to my intuition then, but now I know to listen to it after that lesson. But outside of relationships, it can be your intuition screaming at you for different things. Maybe it is a job that you genuinely feel is draining your energy. Or maybe it is, I don't know another example right now off the top of my head, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Like, your intuition is very strong, especially as a woman. So you have to be able to tune into that intuition, to tune into those emotions that you have and see them, really see them and listen to them. You don't always have to act on your emotions. In fact, it's better not to act on your emotions, and it's better to sit with your emotions, yes, and then think about them, think about why you are feeling this way, and then to act. But how you really see your emotions is literally sitting with them. Like, you are feeling a certain way, then you have to sit down. What I like to do is I like to go into an app that I have. It's called How We Feel. And there's 4 sections of different emotions you might be feeling. One is high energy, pleasant, low energy, pleasant, like calm, low energy, unpleasant, like depressed, and high energy, unpleasant, like anxious. So there's 4 categories of emotions that you can have in that app. And so I like to scroll through all of them, and they give you a brief description of the emotion that you might be experiencing. And I love this app. I really recommend it. Like, even if you're not, I don't know, I just recommend it because I think it's very good to be knowledgeable about what triggers you have triggers of certain emotions. Because when you sit with your feelings, you actually acknowledge them, and you go to the app and you look at your feelings that you might be feeling, you have to journal about it in the app. There's a section that you can journal about your emotion that you're feeling. And that's so helpful, because in the moment when you're feeling that emotion, say it's depression, journal about why you're feeling it. What were you doing that led up to this? Did you just feel this out of nowhere, or have you been feeling this for the past few days? And it's so helpful, because you might not be able to reflect back on it in the moment that you're feeling depressed, but say in a week's time, or maybe even 3 days later, you're not feeling depressed anymore. That is a perfect time, when you're in a clear headspace, to go back to that journal entry and see what it was that triggered you into feeling depressed. And this is just great for being able to really see yourself and really know yourself, because so many of us do not know ourselves, and we try to go find ourselves in other people. We try to find validation from other people because we do not validate ourselves enough. So that is one of the practices, excuse me, that is one of the practices that I absolutely love for validating yourself, accepting yourself. And another practice I love, a lot of you, if you were watching my other videos, I talk about this a lot, is doing a meditation with your inner child and putting yourself, your present day self, in a neutral state in your head, and you envisioning your inner child experiencing that uncomfortable emotion that you're dealing with. So let's say it's depression. Envision your inner child experiencing that emotion of depression, and you, present day you, being in a neutral state for your inner child, so that you can calm them down, so that you can give them what they need, reassurance, validation, whatever it is. And in this way, you are emotionally providing for yourself. And when you're able to do that for yourself, you can do it for other people, and you will learn how to spot when other people do it for you and when they don't do it for you. When I say other people, I'm talking about men most of the time. But it can also be with friends that are not giving back to you. So, I need a sip of my water. So that's the main way. I think that's the most important step to take. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. But that was the most important step, at least the first step I think you should take in order to give back to yourself, to know what that feels like. But the second step in giving back to yourself is finding things that you genuinely love to do. So another huge thing with feeling seen is doing hobbies and getting really creative in what it is that calls to you. And a lot of the time, we take that creative energy that we could be pouring into projects like art or music, maybe, whatever it is that you like to do. Maybe it's sports. You take that creative energy and you're putting it into men instead of pouring it into those hobbies that you enjoy doing, that give back to you because you enjoy doing it so much. So for me, one of the hobbies I love to do is painting and drawing. And every time I do it, I just get so lost in it. And a good lost. Sometimes it's bad lost, but most of the time it is a good lost where I'm just so present in the moment. And I'm so focused on whatever it is I'm painting. I'm feeling the music that I'm listening to. And it's just amazing vibes. And I feel so proud of the work that I'm able to accomplish when I do that. So whatever it is that calls to you in a creative light, where you can create things and pour your energy into them, then pursue those things. That is one of the ways you can also start to see yourself. The other way that I think is very beneficial is, this kind of goes along with the the first step I said, which was seeing your emotions, is journaling and praying to God. I actually have a separate journal just for when I write to God, and also listening to God in your prayer. So if you're not religious, that's fine, but I do think it's important to have a relationship with some higher power, especially in your self-love journey and in knowing how to accept love and how to give yourself love. Because God, for me, is who I get my love from. Like, he is the main source. He will be my infinite source of love and acceptance and validation and everything. And having that main source, having a healthy masculine in my life, which is God, teaches me what to look for in other men and what stands out about certain men in a negative way or in a positive way. So that really helped me not only with men and deciding which ones are keepers and which ones to throw away, but it really helped me to just love myself and to teach myself unconditional love and acceptance, even when I make mistakes, even when I sin. Because God is always going to love me for who I am. He is always going to accept me, even if I sin, and even if you sin. He is always, always going to let you come back to him, and he is always going to try to seek you, especially if you are a woman, because you are his child. I love God. I really do. So that is a practice I really do recommend, is speaking to God, hearing God, and journaling to him maybe, or maybe you just journal to yourself. That's totally good too. But it's really important that you are almost treating yourself like your own best friend or your own child. So yeah, that's another step that I think is really helpful. And then I keep getting like something caught in my throat, so excuse me for that. But another practice I really think is so important is self-care for your body. So whenever you are maybe not feeling the best, what can you do to make yourself feel better? If you're feeling sick, like right now my head kind of hurts a little bit, but I wanted to talk about this, so I'm drinking a lot of water. But if you are feeling sick, what can you eat? What can you drink? Maybe do you feel better when you're resting? What can you do to make yourself feel good right now? How can you feel accepted? Because the other thing with feeling accepted is it's a bodily thing. When you are feeling a certain sensation in your body and maybe it's uncomfortable and you don't know how to sit with that sensation and accept it and lean into it rather than fight against it. So when I say this, I'll give you an example. I had the flu last year and I felt so depleted of energy. I felt horrible. But what I didn't listen to was my body. I didn't listen to my body, and it was Halloween weekend and I was getting ready to go out. I was doing my makeup and everything and I was almost ready. I almost went out, but I felt so horrible even thinking about going out. I was like, I'm gonna go out. But there was something so wrong with me. If you've had the flu, you know what I'm talking about. It is horrendous. And so I didn't listen to my body, but I literally physically could not go out. I was so keen on it though. And I was pushing myself to get ready for it, when really what I needed was to sit down, to lay down, and to literally just rest and drink a lot of water and maybe have soup. But I didn't listen to my body. And so many times we do this. whether it's during your workout, if you're pushing your body way, way, way past its limit to the point where you feel sick afterwards, I do not think that's helping you in any way. I think you have to build it up throughout each workout consistently, and each workout you progress to a higher level, but I do not think going from 0 to 100 where you feel like you're gonna throw up, that's not helpful for your body. And that's a sign from your body that you need to slow it down and that your body cannot handle whatever it is that you're doing. So listen to your body, whatever it's telling you. And that's like basic self-care. That's basic hearing your body, listening to it, respecting it, what it needs. Maybe it's food. So that's basic. But the add-ons that I like to do are pampering yourself. So some of the things that I like to do are my hair. It feels very good when I do my hair, and it drastically changes my appearance, in my opinion. I think, and I've been told, that I look so mature when I do my hair. Like, I look so much older. And it's so true. Like, when you are very pampered and you style yourself a certain way, it speaks volumes about how you carry yourself. Another thing I really love, this isn't really about your body, but it's just accessorizing yourself, being playful. And I love my jewelry that I have on. I have this bracelet. I have another one at home, but I didn't want to wear it because the clasp is kind of not broken, but it's a little loose, so I have to get that fixed. But my nails as well, and just the way that you dress yourself. Like, this is a comfy outfit for me right now, but it's also still like cute. So it's just like a long sleeve, and then I have these comfy pants on, and it's perfect for just lounging right now. And so these are just very, what's the word? They make your essence up, like how you like to almost design yourself and create yourself, because you are a soul in a human's body, and that soul likes to create. It likes to be playful. So whatever way that you can be playful and express that playfulness and creativity, then you should do it. Like, if it makes you feel good in your body and it makes you feel like childish almost in a way, and accepted, that's a really good way to accept yourself and accept your inner child, is when you decorate yourself with things and you feel so like, you just feel so happy and you feel so good about yourself. I just get like happy talking about it even. But if you like how you look, that is the most important thing. That is the only thing. That is the only opinion that matters. So yeah, if you're not dressing a certain way or styling yourself a certain way for outside validation, and you're only doing it for internal validation, like, I look good like this, so I'm gonna keep on dressing like this, then perfect. I remember a time where I would do my makeup for other people, because I would be like, I'm not looking, I wouldn't even look bad. Like, I would literally look like this and I'm not wearing any makeup and I think I look spectacular. And I would look like this in the mirror and I would just be like, I feel like I need makeup right now. Like, but it wouldn't be for me. It wouldn't be because I wanted to, because I love wearing a bare face. And I really love, because I love like just letting my skin breathe. But I also do love doing my makeup because it is a form of artistic expression for me. But there were times where I would just want to do it for other people. And if you are doing anything for another person, I need you to stop right now. I don't care if it's makeup, I don't care if it's dressing a certain way, if it's a hobby that you're hoping to get external validation from, no. Throw it away, because that is not serving your authenticity. When you are doing things for external validation, you are not being authentic to yourself. And that is the complete opposite of what this video is about. So I should have put that at the beginning. But yeah, if you are doing something for another person in hopes of getting their validation or acceptance, bye-bye, okay? Kiss that goodbye, alrighty? Okay, so yeah, along the lines of self-care, also for your body, I believe I said this, but eating the right foods, drinking a lot of water, listening to your body when it's trying to communicate to you. I have this whole video on how to heal your relationship with food. I really love that, especially if you struggled with eating disorders. So I'll put it in the description below. But another way that you can care for your body is in the shower. Like at my shower at home, I have so many little gadgets and products that I like to use. And it's so fun for me because I think it feels like my own personal spa. And it feels so nice after you take an everything shower and after you take really good care of your body. I'm Korean and I have this dae. It's called a dae and it's like an exfoliation mitt. Oh my gosh. You feel so clean after you do that. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely recommend it if you have, if you want softer skin. Like, it feels so nice. It doesn't even look real, like it looks photo touch right now. But it's so good for your skin. And so I love to do that. I love to also like put oil on my body and then put lotion on. I want to become more conscientious of the products that are in those lotions though, because I've heard that they're not the best for your skin. So whatever it is that you can do to make yourself feel pampered, to make yourself feel like a princess, then do it. That's a great way to make yourself feel seen and to make yourself feel appreciated and valued. And people are always like, looks don't matter, like blah, 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 blah. Sweetie, yes they do. They very much do. I think they matter a lot for how it is that you view yourself and how you feel about yourself. At least for me, that's the case, because in a way, if you are not taking care of your body and your appearance, you are neglecting yourself. And I'm not saying you have to like do all the stuff I do, but this is just what makes me feel good. So maybe you don't want to do your hair, that's fine. But like, are you washing it? That is how you take care of yourself. And I know a lot of people with depression, when they get into those episodes, they don't take showers for a while. And I mean, I've never faced that because I've always been the type to, I don't think I've had a depressive episode that bad where I wouldn't take care of my body like that. But I wonder if it would just help to force yourself into the shower. Literally just force yourself into the shower and do an everything shower and take care of yourself. I wonder if that would snap you back into it. But like I said, I've never experienced that, so I don't know if that would help. But I think it's just so important to treat your body with so much respect and so much care. So yeah, that was my video on how to pour back that energy into yourself, because when you do these things, you will completely forget about a man. Because you are so focused on yourself, you're so focused on how you are feeling, how your body is feeling, how you're feeling on the inside and your intuition, that you don't have time. You literally don't have time for anyone that doesn't align with that. Naturally, when you start to do these things over time, if you stay consistent with these practices, you are not going to allow a man that does not align with those things in your life. And a man that does not align with those things will neglect your feelings, will make you feel anxious, but you will not let that happen. Why? Because you're connected to your intuition, and anyone that makes you feel anxious, bye. Like that. And so this is how to pour back into yourself, not only to get over a man, but just for yourself. Like, this is not only about a man, but maybe you're just not pouring into yourself right now. Maybe you forget about who you are and what you like to do. Then this is the practices I just gave you in this video are perfect for that. So I hope this helped you, and I will see you all next week sometime. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I wish you all the best.